Let's not exchange. Yeah. Honorable Yon.
Thank you so much, Speaker. Speaker, I also want to thank you for having recalled the House from recess. As you're very much aware that we've been in a struggle to look for signatures to debate a matter of national importance in this Parliament. I want to thank God that from 0 we went up to 172. We are left with 5. We pray to God that we get the 5. Reason being, we voted for you, Speaker. The Speaker and you, we voted for you to chair this House neutrally. Right on, Speaker. You have failed to defend this House. The President painted us clearly in Kololo during the State of the Nation address that I used to hear, but I have now confirmed with evidence that there is corruption in the Parliament of Uganda and the Ministry of Finance. My first question is, you as the chair, as the Speaker, what have you done to clean our image, which has been painted bad? In the streets we are moving, they are calling us corrupt. On this same Parliament, we requested you yourself and Speaker, Right Honorable Anita Among, that there is exhibition of Parliament going on issues of corruption. Give us space on the order paper to have this matter debated. It is 2 months down the road. The world is aware that there is corruption in this Parliament. We want this matter to be debated. Why are you running away from that debate? You are meant to be neutral, give space for all of us equally. Why are you making us suffer, running through this country looking for signatures to debate this matter of corruption in this Parliament? You need to come out clean. Right Honorable Speaker, you, Right Honorable Anita Among, has been painted out for being corrupt. Your name has been mentioned for being corrupt. We are also having a motion to have a matter debated on the commissioners. We have our evidence. We want to lay and have them defend themselves. You are all blocking us from that. What is this Parliament all about? Where are you taking this country? Today, this country is under panic. Today, they have deployed the army basically because of issues of corruption in this country. Why don't you let Ugandans free from corruption? Why don't you allow us to debate the matter of corruption in this Parliament, here in this floor? It is too much. We are not good. All these MPs are being painted. If we know we are clean like me, screen me. We have evidence. I don't understand. We have evidence. So we need this matter be debated. You need to clean your name, Deputy Speaker yourself. Anita Among needs to clean her name. The commissioners need to clean their names. The ministers need to clean their names. And as MPs, if you have anything against us in this Parliament, we need to clean our names.
Thank you.
Why don't you want this matter to be debated on this floor? Deputy Speaker, we need this matter addressed.
Thank you.
If not, we are ready to join the Ugandans because you are blocking us the opportunity to debate. We were voted by our voters to come and debate. Why are you running away from debate, Deputy Speaker? Why is Anita Among running away from debate? Why? We need a Parliament which is free corruption.
Thank you, Honorable Yon. Thank you. Now, Honorable colleagues, you very well know that the West Tiwa is an important title in Uganda as a kingdom. And it's very, very important to correct the record so that they don't meet West Tiwa from Uganda and they run after him because Honorable Duru's, the translation you got might be different. So if it pleases you, let me allow the chairman of Uganda Caucus We have here.
Right Honorable.
Owekitiibwa Kivumbi.
Right Honorable Owekitiibwa. Owekitiibwa in Uganda is a member of the Uganda Ruchiko and is so treasured within our cultural setting. I may understand Odul not being from here to have insinuated. So to insinuate, even on the street, that Owekitiibwa equals to a thief is there to undermine that title. After the Katikiro, all ministers of the Kabaka are titled Owekitiibwa. All members of Ruchiko are called Owekitiibwa. Therefore, Honorable Speaker, may I move that you expunge the submission of Mr. Odul where it refers to Owekitiibwa as a thief. If he doesn't personally, we withdraw it.
Yes, that's what I wanted to go for, that the Jonathan Odul I know, the answer will capture it very well.
Mr. Speaker, I thank you so much. I started by putting it clearly, and I'm really sorry because I don't speak Luganda. I only felt what people relate to me. Having now understood that the title Owekitiibwa is a preserve for honorable, distinguished servants who serve the Kabaka of Buganda, and not people who sit in this parliament.
No, but what if Honorable Jonathan, a person was giving you a very good title because you're doing well your work? You're Owekitiibwa. The one who translated gave you a wrong.
Yeah, and that's what I'm coming to. Yes. And having now been educated by the chairman of Buganda caucus in parliament, that this title is a preserve. First, I condemn anyone who will continue to translate to me that title in the wrong way. And starting today, going forward now, I withdraw and will only use it whenever I meet a distinguished member of the Kabaka's government. I withdraw.
And whenever you're called Owekitiibwa, accept. It's an honor. Yeah, how many times you stand up? I'm seeing you. I know members who...
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. And I want to thank you for your patience. Because much as we wanted to handle this matter in the start, but you guided very well, I want to thank you for that wisdom. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to remind colleagues and your seat about the preamble of this Constitution. Right Honorable Speaker, we the people of Uganda, recalling our history which has been characterized by political and constitutional instability, and recalling all our struggles against the forces of tyranny and oppression and exploitation. I will not read everything. We did agree that this is the very supreme law of the land. You want me to read everything? You'll submit later. Right Honorable Speaker, we all agree that this is the most supreme law of this land. And we all agree that Uganda operates under a multi-party political system. Right Honorable Speaker, as a national unity platform, on Monday, we are meant to have a press conference. When we went yesterday, when we went to have the press conference, we found every color of uniform of police, of defense forces of this country. There was UPDF, there was police. The only uniform I didn't see was prisons, Right Honorable Speaker. And by yesterday, our colleagues were arrested. Our colleagues were arrested. I was mistreated. Right Honorable Speaker, I agree by the submission of the Right Honorable Prime Minister that it could be the police forces detected crime. But I thought the same force that you used to oppress us, the people of the opposition, would have been the same force you would have used to keep peace in that place so that we could hold the press conference. You had all the forces. You had the police, you had the army. You would have guided very well and have us in-house such that we could have the press conference. Right Honorable Speaker, the party wrote a letter requesting to have Kololo on 22nd as our place to celebrate the 4 years. And you denied us Kololo because you are innovating. We agreed. We went to Kavule, the party headquarters, that are well known to all of you colleagues. It is not our crime that as a party, you've not yet constructed headquarters. But we have a very big place, Right Honorable Speaker. We have a very big place and we could fit there. So, Right Honorable Speaker, If the National Unity Platform went ahead to have its party headquarters, is it a crime? Is it a crime for us to hold meetings in that place? And Right Honourable Speaker, as a leader of this House, and our colleagues are in prison, I felt this would be a matter of national importance to you as a Speaker. How can your members be held in prison for no good reason? Because we are operating under a multi-party system. And Honourable Speaker, I request you to guide. I don't know whether the government wants to start giving directions on how the opposition should move. Namuga from home, you must go to here, from here get to the other place. If that is the direction, then write to us and informally inform us on how we should move. Guide on the direction. To Right Honourable Speaker, freedom of expression is a right non-negotiable to this country. Yes, very true. So, Right Honourable Speaker, for this House to sit today, when our youth, the Gen Zs that you like so much, and that is your generation, are being refused to march to this House, Right Honourable Speaker, to bring their petition. Right Honourable Speaker, people have been detained in several police stations. People have been detained. Right Honourable Speaker, are we proceeding very well? No, if we sit in this House when the law is totally being disbanded, we are acting out of the Constitution, outside the law, Right Honourable Speaker. Is it intentional on the side of the NRM to oppress everyone? Is it intentional? The Prime Minister should come out and explain, Madam, come and explain to this country. Why are you acting informally? Even under what circumstances, when you know the law, you are here misinterpreting the law purely. In your favor, you misinterpreted. So, Right Honourable Speaker, I want to thank you for directing very well. But we cannot proceed to handle business here. I'm not directing. But it is human to think about the opposition beyond. We are citizens of this country and we should be given equal time, equal space to express our rights in this country. Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker.
Thank you. Honourable colleagues, if you... That's number one. No, on a platform which I'm in charge of, you have space. Number two, Honourable colleagues, the problem is, here we sit, Rope raises issues, before they are even answered, or a minister is answering, you start order, you don't want to even listen to an answer, and then you also repeat what your colleague had raised. We go repeating. Can I request the Attorney General? Can I request the Attorney General? Yeah. So are they raising the same? Because you see, if we are repeating ourselves, okay? Yeah. Because if you're saying yesterday they raided officers, colleagues are in prison, can't the Attorney General first clarify on that, guide us on that, and then if Attorney General, no, I'm going to give you a chance.
Honourable Speaker.
Please, Honourable.
Right Honourable Speaker, it has now become deliberate that
I just wanted to know whether the member has now settled, if he feels he has been heard. Attorney General?
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker and Honourable colleagues. Mine is to just guide on the issue of the colleagues who have been arrested. This rule about not discussing matters which are in court can be a good rule even for the person whom you think you are defending. I have sat here and listened to many versions of what transpired at the place where they were arrested. I have had also different versions of what transpired at that place. So in an attempt to think that you're doing them a favor, you may actually do them a disservice. So when these matters are in court, when you stand here and say this person was doing this and this and this, you have no idea what this person has told the police he was doing. So you may actually do them a disservice. So as is correct, they need to be handled in accordance with the law, but let's also manage ourselves in that same orderly manner for them. So, Right Honourable Speaker, if a colleague has been arrested, there are two things that we need to work to ensure. One,
that the person has been detained in a place that is properly gazetted. And number two, that this person is not held longer than the period that the Constitution allows. I cannot stand here and say I know why they were arrested. But the framers of the Constitution, who are members of Parliament at the time, found it necessary to allow police in the Constitution the mandate to arrest someone when they have a suspicion that this person was going to commit an offense. So, whereas the opposition may look at everything with suspicion, always look at it with suspicion, you always need to sit back and think, what if they were right? What if they were wrong? So let us allow the police the opportunity to do that. That's what I was given, that's what I was requested to give. Yes. It is, I'm not, you see, when we speak like that, even that is not good. If you want to share with me, you will share with each other with respect. And my view just like yours needs to be listened to.
Honorable, yes. Honorable Secretary. Now,
I allow the information.
Right on, Speaker, I want to thank you. Learned Attorney General, I hear you on the explanation in the Constitution. And the information I wanted to share with you as our boss, head of the bar, is that the matters under discussion are matters that have been a subject of judicial attention and judicial interpretation. The issue of powers of the police. And the reason why these issues are being raised here is not for purposes of sub judice. It's really for the bigger purpose of the conduct of the police towards associational freedoms. You know, the Mwanga Chivumbi case has highlighted the extent of the powers of the police, and the other, in fact, in the latest judgment, the lead judgment written by Justice Sebodion was very clear on the mandate of the police. Now, what we are experiencing now is that police is drifting away from the guidance of the Constitutional Court in the conduct of their affairs. And I think that's where the problem is. For example, the issue of meetings of political parties are outside the purview in terms of notification. That a party, an organ of the party, can convene a meeting without necessarily notifying the police, as opposed to a public meeting or a rally. And the courts have been very clear on that. On the issue of reasonable suspicion, the courts have also guided. In fact, reasonable suspicion cannot be done whimsically. That was the word the courts used. So the court cannot, the police cannot say, we suspect that so and so will commit a crime. So it is really about judiciousness and reasonableness in the conduct of the police. And I think that is the bigger concern where we find ourselves, and where you need to guide, especially on powers of the police in light of the decisions of the Constitutional Court.
Attorney General, before you respond, you could also pick Honorable Sechku.
Why we rise up in arms against the statement of the Attorney General?
You have been peaceful.
Yes, Right Honourable Speaker, thank you. Most obliged, Right Honourable Speaker. Is when the security forces of this country turn a matter that is purely political and they try to punish it by using courts. This is not the first time, honorable members, I've been here. We've had such similar incidents in the past, like walk to work. And I wish the Attorney General today and the Inspector General of Police, Byakagaba, could take a leaf from the retired IGP Ochola. There are instances where even if you suspect, you can keep these members. At a reasonable time, you set them free. Like usually they used to curtail the opposition by holding them until late hours in the night when there was nobody to walk home with. They are taken to their homes. That wasn't the best. We condemned it. But here, where the Attorney General looks in the camera and says he's going to subject members of Parliament under a punitive legal system, where they are arrested in their cars, Right Honourable Speaker and Attorney General. We witnessed a member being arrested in the course of driving his car. His car is towed and is inside. He's taken to CPS. And at 8 p.m., he's arraigned in courts of law at night and remanded. Right Honourable Speaker. It was at night, Right Honourable Speaker. Mr. Attorney General, this is our country. We are lucky we are on the government side, and these are warning members. But tomorrow you may not always be in government. Would you wish to be treated in the same manner when you are organizing? Why are you causing unnecessary fires? Why are you causing unnecessary hatred and friction in the country? On a simple matter. Right, Robert Attorney General, look at it this way. Today we are in government and therefore you speak a lot of law and a lot of English. But you know very well that these are the people who are helpless. Then you are citing sub judice, meaning that members of Parliament should not speak. They should allow theirs to go in prison. And I think this is not fair. So once you are meeting your colleagues, be fair to us.
Thank you, Honourable.
Be fair to Parliament.
And then they respond.
I want to thank you. Right Honourable Speaker, I want to thank you for the opportunity.
Adjust the microphone where Honourable.
Right Honourable Speaker, first of all, I want to thank you for the opportunity. Secondly,
no, please, Honourable colleagues.
Secondly, I want to thank you
Honourable Ssenyonyi,
for having...
Honourable wants you to listen to him.
Ssenyonyi.
Now, no, please, Honourable, please, don't cause excitement. Honourable Arion is raising very critical issues. And Honourable colleagues, personally, I come from a culture where we say, a spirit that speaks does not kill. Yes, so Honourable Arion speaking is not a problem. And Honourable Arion, I feel for you, but I'm very sure this same Parliament has supported you here by giving you space where you have corrected signatures over time. Honourable Arion, you yourself, you've told us you've not yet gotten the signatures. I don't know how I'll put on order paper a motion which is premature, which has not yet met the test, as you have confessed. So I wish you well. I wish you well. And I think also before the public calls us corrupt, it is us honourable members who have been moving around saying our colleagues are corrupt. Some of these things we put them on the public. So when Honourable Arion gets the signatures with the Honourable Ssenyonyi, we shall welcome them. And you will have our audience, Honourable, because you are rightful Honourable colleague in this house. Number two, I think there is a clarification which needs to be made. I will, the chairman legal, committee on legal, on Tuesday. The chairman committee on legal and the chairman committee on budget on Tuesday. I'll give you space. You inform members because things continue moving around, you know, because what is important is what is in my heart. Me, if you call me corrupt when I'm not corrupt, It's not, no, I don't need to, because you've not tabled evidence of me being corrupt. So I will request you table, okay? Each one of us has been accused of corruption here. Each one of us. I know, even some members who are raising the highest voices, they have been accused of corruption, but no evidence on them. And that's why the president has been very clear. He waits for evidence. For those members whom he has gotten evidence that he considers is credible, he has taken action. So I will request the chairman committee on legal and the one for budget on Tuesday, you come, you explain on these issues which have been perceived as if people sat colluded and did whatever they wanted to do. I think that clarification is very, very important. No, they are not, especially on the issue of commissioners. Okay? So I will do that. And then finally,